They say money is sweet, but money can also burn like fire. This is the story of a man and his wife who had everything: gold, houses, cars, servants, yet in the middle of their wealth, they forgot the one thing that keeps riches safe: humility. Long ago, in the bustling city of Colomba, there lived a man called Chief Aduk and his wife Madam Lomi. Chief Aduk was tall, broad-shouldered, with skin dark like roasted coffee beans. He wore a agbada of pure white, and his walking stick shone with gold at the head. Wherever he stepped, people bowed. His wife, Madam Lomi, was a queen in her own right. Her wrapper was always silk, her hair braided with tiny golden pins, her skin glowing like palm oil in sunlight. She was beautiful, but more than beauty, she carried pride in every movement. They were the richest couple in Colomba. Their mansion had 30 rooms, a swimming pool, and gates so tall they touched the sky. They owned 10 cars, farms full of cattle, and markets that sold everything from salt to diamonds. Everywhere they went, people clapped for them, sang for them, begged them for blessings. But the more people bowed, the more their hearts swelled with pride. One afternoon, Chief Aduk and Madam Lomi drove through the market in their black jeep. Children ran behind shouting, "Big man! Big woman!" A poor old woman carrying vegetables on her head stumbled and fell in front of their car. Instead of helping her, Madam Lomi opened the window, laughed, and said, "If you are poor, walk carefully. Don't dirty our car with your suffering." The old woman picked herself up, wiped her tears, and whispered, "Wealth without mercy is a curse." From that day, whispers began to spread. People admired their riches, yes, but in their hearts, many began to resent the couple. Chief Aduk loved parties. Every month, he threw a big feast. Musicians played drums until midnight, wine flowed like rivers, and roasted goats filled long tables. One night, during such a feast, a stranger walked in. He was tall, lean, and dressed simply in white cloth. Nobody knew him, but he walked straight to Chief Aduk and Madam Lomi. He bowed slightly and said, "I have come to eat at your table, for I hear you are the most generous in the land." Chief Aduk laughed loudly. "Sit, stranger, and eat. But know that in this house, only the worthy dine." The stranger ate quietly, watching the couple with eyes deep like a river. Then he whispered, "Enjoy your riches. But remember, a tree without roots falls when the storm comes." By morning, the stranger was gone. Nobody knew where. Months passed. One evening, a sudden fire broke out in one of the couple's warehouses. Cloth, rice, and jewelry worth millions burned to ash. Villagers rushed to help, but Madam Lomi shouted, "Stand back. Don't touch our goods with your dirty hands." The people stopped. They watched the fire eat everything. That night, the couple wept, but instead of softening, their hearts grew harder. Chief Aduk said, "We will build more. Fire cannot defeat us. We are Aduks, the richest." But the gods had only just begun their test. A year later, famine struck Colomba. Crops dried, children cried of hunger, and people begged for food. Chief Aduk's barns were still full. Villagers came with empty baskets. But Madam Lomi laughed, "Why should we feed you? Did you plant with us? Did you work in our farms? Go and suffer in your own houses." The crowd left, angry and bitter. Mothers cursed under their breath. Children spat in the dust. That same night, a violent storm tore the roof of their mansion, flooding their rooms. Chief Aduk shouted, "Why us? Why not the poor?" But deep inside, he knew the answer. Act 6, The Enemy Within. As their wealth started shaking, envy grew among their own servants. One driver, called Bola, plotted secretly. He began stealing money from the couple's accounts, little by little. He whispered lies to business partners, making them doubt Chief Aduk. Soon, contracts collapsed. Farms were stolen. The Aduks discovered too late the thief was inside their own house. But instead of humility, Chief Aduk swore revenge. He forgot mercy again, chasing Bola into the night with armed men. One evening, after all these troubles, the same stranger in white returned. This time, he came not to eat, but to speak. He said to the couple, "You were given riches to bless many, but you chose pride. The roots are gone. The storm will finish its work. Madam Lomi trembled for the first time. Chief Aduk grew pale. But before they could beg, lightning struck the ground near their mansion, shaking it to its foundation. Within 3 years, the couple lost almost everything: barns, cars, businesses, and servants. The once proud mansion became a broken house with leaking roofs. Who they once mocked now passed by, shaking their heads. Yet in that fall, something strange happened. For the first time, Chief Aduk walked through the market barefoot, greeting people. Madam Lomi carried a basket herself, buying food like ordinary women. And slowly, the villagers forgave. They said, better a humble poor man than a proud rich man. Years later, Chief Aduk and Madam Lomi lived quietly in a small house. They no longer had gold or 30 rooms. But they had peace, respect, and neighbors who greeted them with true smiles. Chief Aduk told children in the evenings, money is good, but pride will bury you alive. If you have wealth, use it to lift others, or one day, your own hands will be empty. And so, the story of the golden couple was told for generations, not because of how rich they became, but because of how much they lost before learning the meaning of true wealth.